Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Today is going to be a little short of wiring. It's going to be how to take stereo wire, thick wire, small wire, however you want to do it, and make it look professional. So, let's get to it. Alright, so I have this 4-gauge wire right here. I have some ends in a bag right here. And then I've got heat shrink right here. So with that, you have many different options of things. Another thing I want to show you is you have wire loom. And let me grab it in my drawer. You have, oh, if I can grab it, braided wire loom. There's a difference. I like both. I like the braided for an engine bay or anything else. I like this tucked away to where you can't see it. And it protects the wire. It protects it very well. So let's get to this. Alright, so you got this 4-gauge wire. Here it is. You can cut this however you want. Most of the time you use snips because you want a clean cut. So the way I do it is, like I said, I got this little thing of these, and I'm going to waste this one because I don't know if I really want to have this length, but we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to measure it up. So as you see, it's about that far. So we're going to go a little bit further so it sticks out this edge and kind of makes a stop point. So like I said, measure it up. We're going to get down to probably the A right there. Alright, I'm going to take my wire snips and just, there's other ways to do it. There's bigger wire cutters and everything else, but this is what I got right now and it works pretty well. Kind of makes a jagged edge, but over time you get it. So alright, so there it is. Here's this piece. This piece goes on here. Alright, before we put this on here, we're going to do this. If we can, this will slide over. Alright, this will. This barely slides over, but that's good. It'll be extra tight. So now that we pull the heat shrink back, we put this on. Alright, we're going to press this on here. So let's get to the vise. Alright, don't pay attention to my messy shop. We got stuff everywhere. So we got the heat shrink on here already. We've got this piece right here. We're going to take a screwdriver and place it right here in the vise and squeeze it down. So we're going to make room for this, just enough room. Place this in here, just far enough down. Fun part is trying to hold all this stuff together. But once you get the hang of it, it works pretty well. And you're going to slowly crank down. Like I said, we're holding all this in place. As you crank down, it creates tension in some of the spots you want. And as you crank down, it folds it over. Crank down good. Back it off. Grab your screwdriver. Back it off a little bit more. And we're just gonna crank this part down real quick. And then we'll put our crease in it. Alright. So, see how it's flat now? Now we're going to put our screwdriver back in, holding it against the vise. Oops. Dropping it like we shouldn't. Alright, working our way down. Now we're going to take the vise and crank it. Creating as much pressure as we can. Alright, it's not the greatest view of it, but it works. Then you take your heat shrink, slide it on over, sliding it as far up as you want. Let's move over here. Alright, take your heat gun, first plug it in, that works. Alright, take it. And there you go. You have a professionally made wire. next thing is you can do is, let's see. All right, like I said, here's some braided wire. What we're going to do is we're going to slip this over the wire all the way down to there. Boop. All right, we're going to take this bigger piece of heat shrink and we're going to slide this over everything, over the braided line, or the braided loom I should call it, because that's what it is. And I didn't use a heat knife on mine, which I wish I had one. So I'm going to push this down like this. It's just like a Chinese finger trap. Just pull it tight, put it on here, and now we're going to heat shrink that again, and it should create a bond right there. Alright, so doesn't really go anywhere. It's tight, it looks professional. It's got your heat shrink, it's got your braided loom on it, because this looks a lot better than just this taped to it. So I really like this stuff. This stuff keeps everything pretty much where it needs to go. And then taking some heat shrink just makes it so much better. So this is kind of a professional look for something you can do for cheap in a little bit of time. So thank you for joining in for another short episode of the shop. I'm sweating here because it's hot, 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 hot. But as you see, you can do professional looming and professional wiring pretty much in your garage or shop. So it doesn't take much. It takes some time. Take some research on what parts you need for what size wire. But all the stuff I've used in this video will be in the link in the description down below. So if you want your braided loom, either split or not split, I don't have split because it costs twice as much almost. Well, it's like $5 more per bale. It helps out, but kind of don't like it. The other part is you got your heat shrink. You can get little cheap things of heat shrink from Amazon as well. So check that out. The ends are also down there, the wiring, however you find your wiring. So thank you again. Until next time.